Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Political Focus here on Channel 6 TV. Glad you could join us tonight. We're doing what we can to count you down to the 4th of November. That's Election Day. That's the day when you make the decision about who you'd like to see in various offices in Nelson County and Bardstown. And tonight, we're talking about the Bardstown City Council. We have one of our Bardstown City Council members here with us tonight. I'm going to talk to her a little bit about who she is, why she wants to run, and what she can do for you. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you to Kecia Copeland. Kecia, welcome to the Political Focus here tonight.
Thank you, Kenny.
And tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Okay, well, my name is Kecia Copeland, and I'm originally from Bardstown, live in Bardstown now, born and raised. I have 3 beautiful children, and I'm a grandmother of 5. I went to the military. I'm a veteran. I served in Iraq for the war and have a degree in human resource management. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much.
Well, sometime during the last few months or last year or sometime you have made a decision you'd like to run for city council. Something clicked in you that says, I want to do this. Why do you want to be on the city council?
Kenny, I thought there was no better way to serve my community than run for city council, to roll up my sleeves and sit next to the city councilman and help bring Bardstown's community to another level, to look toward the future. When I think of the city council, there are so many men on there that have been on there and they have paved the way. But now it's time for us to look toward the future. We are a progressive community, and I want to continue with that. As also, we have a strong history here in Bardstown. But with the history, I would like for us to attract more youth back, to Bardstown. So I think that I'm the right candidate for that. I have the energy.
What particular issues? I mean, obviously you're talking to people and you have issues of your own. What do you think are the main issues that are facing the city council right now?
Canvassing, knocking on doors, listening to the citizens of Bardstown. I hear about our water supply. I hear about the budget. I hear that, the infrastructures, job opportunities, and our youth. I also hear about the domestic type of programs that, bigger communities may have, but the awareness that is needed, such as domestic violence.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of domestic violence, I know, as you mentioned, you were in the military for several years, and you still have a relationship with the military. I know you still do some work with the military and domestic violence issues, or how does that work?
That is like a freelance type of thing. I do that on my own. If a church calls, I'll go out because I am a veteran. A lot of soldiers come home, and sometimes, even with myself, I was diagnosed with PTSD. We come home, we're embarrassed, we're ashamed, we think that we've done something wrong. And in all, we've done nothing wrong. And the community should embrace those veterans that come home and have fought for their country. We need to find a resolution for domestic violence. This month, Kenny, is National Domestic Violence Month. And it's important with the NFL coming about, Ray Rice, it has brought this to a forefront. And with Nelson County alone, there were 200 EPOs filed. 184 were entered. But it's something that is silenced, that it's ugly, no one wants to talk about it, but there is training that needs to be done, and the police can help with this, and the medical staff can help with this. So it's important, and I want to bring a different forefront. I want the Path Coalition, awesome organization. We need to know more about that. The community needs to be educated in areas that normally we're not.
Well, and you mentioned just a few minutes ago, you talking about there's a councilman, and let's go into councilman real quick. You're going to be running for be the only woman on the city council. Would that bring a perspective to the city council that they've been missing for a little while?
I believe so. As a woman, we multitask. We resolve things. We get in, we dig in, and we want to get the job done. And I think I would love to work with these men. I would love to work side by side and work on issues to resolve them. I want to be that voice of our citizens. It is important to remember that we are elected to do this job, and it's one to be taken seriously. So as I listen to the citizens today and tomorrow and in the future, I want to make sure that integrity follows there and that I am able to do what they've asked me to do. And if I'm not able to do that, I have researched that answer and know why it could not be done.
Well, as you mentioned, also about being on the council, being a woman on the council, you would be bringing something to the table that you mentioned just a few minutes ago. Not one. I've been talking to a lot of people running for city council. Not one person's mentioned domestic violence or anything of that nature. They've talked about the drug issues. They've talked about water supply. But you were thinking a little differently. That maybe other issues have maybe not been addressed. You think over the years?
It's important. It's important that sensitivity is there. Mm-hmm. That we know that this is going on. Be proactive, mm-hmm. not reactive, but proactive. We are a progressive community. And so why not go to the forefront and say, we're going to address this issue, mm-hmm. not in our town.
We've grown a lot in the last several years. As you said, you were born and raised here, so you've seen Bardstown change a lot over the last many years. And going to the Army and coming back, you've probably seen a lot of change just in that little period of time. What do you see as the big change coming up over the next few years? More, you think we're going to be, obviously water is going to be an issue, but roads, things, all kinds of issues as far as more people in Bardstown are coming to Bardstown.
And they're loving it, and it's a great opportunity for us to have new people here. Mm-hmm. I do believe that the roads are one of the major issues. You know, when you have a road that only takes you to certain parts of town, we need more effective roadways. So, that you can get from point A to point B. It's not taking you 15 minutes in a small town. And I think that's going to be done. I think it can be done. It is necessary. If we have to do more research, work with the state more, what have you, it needs to be done. You know, I know that the state did, their survey and their research for the road diet. But there's other areas, people coming from New Haven and Boston, they have to get here, they work here, and they need to get here in an efficient manner.
What asset or characteristic do you think is going to make you a super city council member?
I have energy, Kenny. I'm compassionate. I'm dedicated, and I'm committed. That is something that the military taught me. Mm-hmm. When I went into the military, I was a girl. When I came out of the military, I was a woman. And I knew, and with praying a lot, I waited on this decision. Mm-hmm. My kids are grown now. My son's in college. And, it was the right time because I knew that I could be dedicated to what needed to be done and that I could serve my citizens with all my heart.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you wrap it up here and have a little closing statement. Tell us anything you want to tell us that maybe we don't know about Kecia Copeland, or maybe you just want to let the voters know who to vote for on the 4th of November.
Well, if I haven't knocked on your door yet, I'm a candidate because Bardstown matters. However you got here, however long you've been here, or what have you, it's because you matter. And that is a great statement. It is something that it's a blanket over Bardstown. We are a welcoming arm. We love the people that are here, and I love my community. I would go leaps and bounds to help the citizens of Bardstown. And the first thing is to listen to the citizens, to listen to the people that have elected you to be here. And I definitely want to do that, whether it is about job opportunities, minimum wage, voting rights, how to get registered to vote, what have you. I would be your stepping stone so that I could help you with whatever issue there is. Our citizens matter to me, and Bardstown matters to me. I love my community, and I hope to be able to serve you. I ask for your support and your vote on November the 4th.
All right. Well, thank you, Kecia. Appreciate you being here. And we've had Kecia Copeland here today with us from the City Council of Bardstown. And again, we hope we've done our job is to inform and educate you a little bit about the candidates and the issues that are in front of us right now. And it's up to you. 4th of November, it's on a Tuesday, always a Tuesday, and we ask you to go out and vote, and we hope you make an informed decision, and we hope we've done our part to help you with that. So Kecia, thank you again for being
Thank
here
you,
today,
Kitty.
and appreciate you, and good luck. And
Thank
again, we appreciate you tuning in. So for all of us here at Political Focus Channel 6, this is Kenny Fogel saying so long. See you next time. Take care, everybody.